Because of secret society influence in Hollywood and media and IT especially, which is one of the biggest, most profitable industries along with the pharmaceutical industry, you see what is going on in the world in games like Street Fighter 2, which I grew up playing, from about 1991 till about 97 when I got my trophy. Now, and before I really started training, about 6 years or 5 years before I started training. Now, Blanca is a beast-like man from Brazil who was raised in the jungle. Okay, this is an insult toward black people. They don't want to admit the martial arts come from black people, and black people worked with natives in Brazil and came up with the term capoeira. And the Brazilian government wanted to ban the martial arts they were already using. That's part of the story. Now, Chun-Li, a Chinese, the slaves were using, a Chinese female martial artist who works as an Interpol officer. So it shows you how the Asians work with the whites on both sides, and they always have since long before World War II. Secret societies, intelligence agencies, same clubs, they share cultural values. They team up and they try to cover up black history together. Dalsum, a yoga master. Remember, yoga comes from Africa, but it migrated to India and they put a name to it and called it yoga. Just like martial arts migrated somewhere else, they refined it a little bit and called it something else. Now, E. Honda was a sumo wrestler from Japan. So you notice the emphasis on Japan, Capcom, a Japanese company, etc. One of the Axis powers in World War II. Guile, a former Special Forces operative from the United States seeking to defeat the man who killed his best friend. They're trying to make you think that, empathize with the German white guy who used to work for the American government who's on a mission. Ken, Ryu's former training partner and rival from the United States, the German martial artist. Empathize with him if you don't empathize with Guile, because it's for Americans. But, it's played in other countries as well. Ryu, it's aimed at Americans. Ryu, a Japanese martial artist seeking to become a true warrior. Okay, he trained with Ken. The Asians and whites were training together. And something went wrong, how touching. Let's be friends and try to avoid it from happening, when really the Africans are the greatest martial artists. That's why they won't accept my challenge. Master Kwan, Wing Lam, you name it, everyone in California, especially in America, they have no excuse. Now we go to Zangief, a pro wrestler from the USSR. We all know that Russian special forces don't play, the Spetsnaz, etc. Balrog, he's an African American boxer. They want to chop it up to, black people just do boxing, like we didn't chase all the races out of Africa. And they failed to come back for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, until they finally developed something that gave them the upper hand. Because they're forced to. They were put in that situation where it was either do that or become extinct. Vega, a Spanish cage fighter. We all know this is putting too much on it. The Spanish Civil War is part of what caused World War II. Sagat, a Muay Thai master. We all know how it goes back, who was scarred by Ryu in the end of the previous tournament. Okay? So there's the connection to this kind of mysterious, spicy food. These other Asians who, also, in Vietnam and other conflicts, it ties their ethnic groups in as well. M. Bison. Okay, Vega, he's the Russian, the criminal organization Shadaloo, who is a mysterious power known as Psycho Power and the final boss of the game. Psychos is for short, not just for psychopath, but for psychology as well. Thank you.